Hello and welcome back. This is the Fimi X8 Mini. We're just waiting for satellites to come in. And a few viewers or subscribers or commenters excuse me, have mentioned time-lapse. How do you do a time-lapse? Well, there's several examples of time-lapse video from the Fimi X8 Mini online, but nobody really tells you how to do it. So I'm going to just go through it now, and if my calculations are correct, I'm going to use 1080p 30 frames per second. Do the math, 30 frames per second. If I set the interval at 1 second, it's going to take a picture every second, stitch it together over time. So that means to get a 10-second time-lapse video, I have to fly for 5 minutes. Assuming that my math is correct, that's what we're going to do today. So you have to get it in the air first before you can start the one-click video options or the advanced video settings. So let's do that now. Let's get it in the air. And it's going up. And I've done all the calibrations you can think of. And it's still within reason, it's not too bad. Okay? So let's get it up to about the 40-meter mark. And we'll get into this video thing. Okay, it should be about there, and we'll go up about 40 meters or so we can go around and have a look at stuff. There we go. Okay, now that horizon doesn't look straight, but that's the landscape. Okay, so on the right below the red dot is a camera, a video camera. You click that, and you see there it says lapse. So you do a lapse. I'm going to set it at 1 second. You can set it for half a second up to 10 seconds. We're going to go, well, we'll go half a second. No, we'll go a second, and we'll do a 5-minute flight, and that should give me what I need. Now you notice in the red dot there's a 1S. That means it's going to take a video every second. So let's start the video now, and we'll slowly go around for 5 minutes. Okay, see the double counter? Here we go. So we're just going to go forward and around. We're up at 52 meters. We're going to go nice and slow. So we know we have to go 5 minutes. We'll head out towards the gravel pit. We're nice and high. We're going to stop the video pretty soon. We'll stop the video. So I should have about a 12-second video. And that should be great. We just download the file from the card and we play it and we get our time-lapse video. Well, here's the picture of the file that came off of the card. The Fimi 0028.mp4. You see it's almost a gigabyte. A 12-second video, almost a gigabyte. And in the details image on the right part there, it even says it's 12 seconds. And the funny thing is it says 19 frames per second, but it's a gigabyte. Okay, this whole thing should be about 22, 23 megabytes at the most. So what I did was I took this file and I tried to play it. All I got was a green screen. Would not play. And I use Power Director 15. I also use Filmora 10. And I put it into there. And it showed up. And it was editable. And what I did was I saved it as an MP4 file, and it saved it. And I'll show you here the size that it saved it as. So as you can see, I saved it and named it appropriately, and it was almost 23 megabytes. Okay, so the 1 gigabyte file got reduced to 23 megabytes, and for whatever reason it said 19 frames per second, when actually the calculation should be 30 frames per second at 1080p. So now I'll play the clip. Now if anybody has any idea what I'm doing wrong, what's supposed to happen, or why it is the way it is, please let me know, because it's just a mystery to me. Why would you have a program making a time-lapse video create such a huge file that you can't even play? So it's beyond me. But yes, when I put it in my editing software, I could see it, and I saved it as a 1080p MP4, and this is the result. So let's play it and see what it looked like. Well, that was it. You want to see it again? So the question is, why would I bother with time lapse when I have to fly or stay motionless for the same amount of time and create a massively huge file? Why can I can get the same results by just taking a video and speeding it up, like this one I'm going to show you. It's about a 4-minute video shortened down to 10 or 11 seconds. So there you have it. That's my experience with time lapse. It's supposed to be a simple process, and unless I'm doing something wrong, and please let me know if I am, it produces the same size file as does any video, or even bigger. I don't understand it. So if somebody has an easier way of doing it, let me know. All I know is, without any instructions from Fimi or anything in any manual, you take the bird in the air, you click time lapse, you pick your interval, you go up, you fly, or you stay stationary. It takes a picture or a video every second, or whatever your interval is. It stitches it together. It should be on your SD card, and you should be able to play it. And the file should be very small. That's the whole idea behind hyperlapse and time-lapse videos. Okay, so I hope that was instructional or massively confusing. We'll see you in the next one. Bye now.